Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's having a great day. Speaking of choosing, and the girl I always choose.
Your first choice?
It's a ladies' choice. I'm the ladies. Do. It's Jax.
It's me. Hey, Letter de Lou in the Tuesday.
What? Letter de Lou in the 2-1-2.
Letter de Lou on the ones and twos.
Turdy Lou is always on the ones and the twos.
So true. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to The Toast, everybody. I'm still coming down from my Disney high, and now I'm in a Disney content high. Like last night, Olivia and I recorded a Disney podcast episode that was over 1 hour, recapping our time at Disney, answering everybody's questions. I think we got to everything, like everything that happened, every thought in my head, every question that people had. I think we covered the gamut. And so now I'm just like reliving the Diz, and that's a fun place to be.
I haven't listened to it yet because Jackie put it up immediately. The people needed to know what, the tea was. So I haven't been able to listen to it, but let me tell you, I've literally never been so excited to listen to something.
Oh, I'm so excited for you to listen to it. And actually, Zach Shapiro makes a cameo at the end because he felt like he was misrepresented on The Toast, and he wanted He wanted to clear his name. And so I said, Liv, have him record an audio recording speaking his truth, and I'll put
his statement.
He put out a statement at the end of the episode with his thoughts on Disney.
Okay, that's so funny. And he called me too, kind of like feeling as though we besmirched his good name on the episode of The Toast. And I just want to say the fact that he listens to The Toast, like obsessed.
Yeah, everyone was kind of listening to The Toast to see what we thought about Disney. It's such a thing, Disney. It's crazy.
It is a thing.
And having put one foot into that world, it's hard to like just toggle between two different worlds. One of a magical elk, and the other,
that's how Harry Potter felt.
And the other of a realistic elk.
I cannot wait to listen to that episode. And what's so exciting is that if you're a Patreon member, you'll obviously be able to listen to that recap with Olivia and Zach and Jackie. But tonight we're doing a special live podcast episode, which is something before Jackie moved back to New York and things got a little hectic. We used to do once a month and then we totally forgot about it. And then the other day we were like, wait, remember Freaking Fred, our iconic monthly live podcast on YouTube? And we're doing it again tonight. So 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's not too late. If you want to become a Patreon member, join live. You can comment live. We're all going to be like just chilling, laughing, giggling, having a cocktail. Like it's going to be so much fun. I've missed these live episodes and actually haven't done one for my new apartment.
Exciting. I'll be here in the studio. Live show. It's Morning Toast live show at 8 p.m. It's Evening Toast live show.
It's Morning Toast live. Also, I'm getting a haircut today at 6 o'clock.
Your hair looks like it just was cut.
Oh, thank you. It wasn't. I'm like so sick of my hair, which is why I'm getting a haircut, that I've been doing, I did something different with it.
I was going to say, like, your hair looks different. So how are you sick of it? But that makes sense. It looks different because you're sick of it.
I Dyson Airwrapped, which makes it shorter. I do feel like my hair is too long. That's why it looks like a little fresh today. But it will look much better tomorrow. And I think if you want to see the haircut, like, before everyone else.
Sneak peek.
You got to join the YouTube live podcast for The Toast Freaking Fred January episode. Never too late. Sign up at patreon.com/The Toast.
Yeah, it's never too late to become a patron because we'll always be there and we'll always be churning out new content. But it's time. Like the Patreon is popping. That's where it goes down in the Patreon. And I feel like we're always on this show talking about things that happen on the Patreon. Yeah. And if you want the whole 360 view of The Toast, you've got to be a patron. And you do. You don't want to just be looking at it two-dimensionally.
Life is so much better in 3D.
Yeah, that's why we wore our 3D glasses for Mickey's Philhar Magic.
Exactly.
Except I have to be honest, I hate 3D. Glasses, movies.
Headache?
Like, oh my God, Donald's like flying at my face, throwing pots and pans. Like, calm down, Donald.
Calm down, Donald.
He can't. And also, are you supposed to be able to understand what Donald is saying? You know how he talks like a duck?
Okay,
he's like,
you got the wrong bitch here. Like, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not asking you. I'm asking the broader audience. Donald talks like, but he's saying stuff.
That's so good. That was
Classic
really
Donald.
Good. I think you are supposed to understand him now.
I don't think so because it's so unintelligible.
So maybe seriously, like he's supposed to represent like nonverbal. There are kids who are nonverbal, and like maybe that's
true.
his.
That's true. I want to know if we're supposed to understand Donald, because if we are, like, he's too difficult to decipher. And if we're not, it's like, well, why are we listening to nonsense?
Right.
And it's like, when you do understand him, he is saying things. So it's like, nobody hears Donald. What about what Donald thinks?
I feel like Donald is literally in a prison of his own mind.
Yeah, but it's also nice for him because I feel like he gets to remove himself from Mickey and Mickey's
drama,
ego, and Mickey's narcissism. Which, when I watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, like, it really is becoming crazy how Mickey is Kim Jong-un. You know?
Totally.
But then when I went to Disney, I had an appreciation for Mickey and his, what I would instead call branding.
Right, because, like, let's not forget, like, he was the first bitch here. He invented this whole family.
Yeah.
So let's just, yes, he's definitely a diva egomaniac giving, you know, Victoria Justice energy. Having said that, I do feel like he's earned the right.
Right. Like, what he's built is incredible. But when I watch the show, it's
what
even crazy.
He's built is incredible.
It's even crazy when you watch the show. Mickey's ears are never, like, if he turns to the side, his ears are still facing the front. Like, he's never actually caught out where, like, he always 2 circles facing you, no matter if he had turned any degree.
I wonder what the symbolism is there.
Because it's like they are going so hard for the Mickey branding, the ears, the Mickey ears.
Yeah,
they're
you're
selling
right. I mean,
ears.
It works.
But then when you see Mickey at Disney World, like, his ears aren't like that. And he's a real boy, too. And Mickey has feelings, too. It just really humanizes Mickey.
I get it.
You know? You really
I
see
do.
him in a new light.
Yeah.
Like, Mickey has a fupa.
Wait, am I Mickey? Wait, Mickey does have a fupa, low-key, and those pants are super unflattering.
Yeah, but it's humanizing.
Yeah, and is Mickey supposed to be like a child or a 97-year-old man?
Mickey is an elder, not 97, but I would say Mickey is in his 30s, 40s.
That's weird.
I guess so. And then also, Mickey and Minnie, brother and sister or husband and wife?
So unclear. It's disgusting.
I think that they are husband and wife, but there's a lot of things that it could go either way. Like in one of the books that we have, they have nieces and nephews, Morty and Ferdy and Millie. And
Right,
it's like
so
they could be still the aunts and uncle from being brother and sister or by marriage.
Okay, no, they're definitely married because, like, what are the odds that Mickey and Minnie, if they're siblings, they both don't have kids?
Oh, they have another. Oh, yeah. And whose are the parents? Who are the parents of Forty and Murdy and Millie? Mickey has a brother or sister. He acts like an only child.
He does act like an only child. And I don't know. We're going to need a family tree stat.
We are, but I'm sure one exists because the world of Disney, it doesn't happen by happenstance. Like everything is very much tethered. So I appreciate
It's thoughtful and
Yeah.
it's like, it's well thought out. And there definitely is like a Disney library where they have all the archives. And there's definitely a family tree there.
Yeah, for sure.
I just can't believe we're in our like Disney, we're talking about Disney era. Like I never thought we would be there. I'm kind of like a hater, but such is life. Like my life recently is just talking about and enjoying things like I used to make fun of, and I just need to get over it.
No, every day it's more and more with you. Like the person that you are, it's shocking. I'm glad that you're aware.
Yeah, of course. I'm not blind. Like,
But
duh.
the way 2020 you would clown on 2024 you is wild. But 2024 you is clowning on 2020 you.
Of course, you know, Downton Abbey comes to mind, which reminds me that I attempted again last night to watch The Gilded Age season 2. And I didn't realize I've tried already, I think like 3 times. I am only on episode 2 and it's like unwatchable.
So it's not a good show, but we're so
It's
desperate
not.
for content of that ilk
Yeah.
that we all pretend like it is and we just accept it. And no one wants to say to Julian Fellows, like, you done messed up because it's Julian Fellows.
There are a lot of things wrong with the show. And I think the biggest one is like Cynthia Nixon never should have been a part of that show. Like it's the least believable thing on the planet. I'm sorry. It's like, why is Miranda Hobbs cosplaying? It's just too much.
Yeah.
And I said this on the phone, and it's going to be a really honest and kind of mean thing to say. There is nobody on the show boy or girl who's like really, really, really beautiful or handsome. And like, they're all just kind of like average looking. And I don't know, I just want to watch a show of beautiful people.
That's how I feel. That is like something that's important to me when I watch a show. And there are some shows that come to mind that I had obstacles getting into because I didn't see the beauty in it.
Right, like the screen is for the exceptionally beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And where are they?
Yeah, especially when the storyline is about how one person is like captivating the town. And it's like, well, you have to be captivating then.
Yeah, no, and the acting is just bad. And it's like, it really is giving.
It's so community theater. Even the sets.
The set. Like that street, 61st Street, like fraudulent. It's
so fraudulent. I think the woman who's cast as the new money neighbor across the street is really one of the worst castings. Like she's, I really like her character.
Actually, I really like her.
I like her character and I like her as an actress, but not together.
No, not one person that I see on the screen, like you could ever make me believe actually is living in that time period, except weirdly Mrs. Astor. She's so classic.
Yeah. No, it's community theater and
I'm officially giving up on the show.
Okay, maybe you should watch The Buccaneers.
Okay.
I think you would like it because it's like old-timey vibes with like Gen Z attitudes. It's like Bridgerton.
Last night I also started to watch, maybe I was just having a night where I couldn't get into stuff, which happens all the time. I started to watch season 2 of The Traitors on Peacock because everybody's talking about it. And mostly I just wanted to watch it because my girl Mercedes Chavid is on there. And like she's just reality TV gold. Then I realized they had some other good cast members, especially mostly from Bravo. They had Phaedra, also another professional reality star, Tamra Judge. But there were like a lot of people who I didn't know because they cast from like Big Brother, Survivor, MTV's The Challenge. And so honestly, I knew less than half. I would say maybe I knew 5 characters and it was uninteresting and I turned it off.
And do they have any lay people on the show?
No, and it's weirdly hosted by Alan Cummings. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, he obviously just like pre-records in a studio and then like is the host. No, they filmed at this like palace in Scotland. It was actually really sick.
I've seen that.
And he's there, like there with them, like doing the challenge, not like doing the challenges, but like hosting.
Involved.
I wonder why he took that gig. It's so incongruous with everything we know about him.
I just feel like Alan Cumming, once you think you figured him out, he goes and swerves on you.
Yeah, I one time saw Alan Cumming riding a bike in the city and I was like, oh my God, that's Alan Cumming. I like said it out loud because I was like having the discovery and he was like, it is Alan Cumming, and then just kept driving. It was actually like such a New York moment.
Classic Alan Cumming.
CAC. I imagine that was a hard last name to grow up with.
He seems to have persevered.
Yeah. Who was I just having this conversation with? I forget who. But it was like talking about how celebrities are kind of like, for the most part, and I mean traditional, not influencers or models, like traditional celebrities who act or sing, are for the most part like geeks trapped in the bodies of extremely good looking people. Because when you think about it, like they really all were like theater nerds and they were never the popular kids.
Yeah.
So you see them in interviews and they're acting weird and everybody's like, this is weird. It's really not.
No, I think a lot of people realize that the actors and actresses are the theater kids from your class. But it's weird because, you know, those aren't always the most beautiful people in the classroom, but then they all become beautiful in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's weird how like, or maybe that's just the Hollywood magic, is like they only select the beautiful theater geeks. Right.
That's a good point. Or I was going to say, you know, a little money and connections can make anyone beautiful. Maybe we're all just, you know, ugly ducklings waiting to bloom.
I'm wearing a belt and it's like literally making me physically ill. Goodbye.
Goodbye, belt. Hey, look at my belt.
Good day, belt. Oh my God, so much better.
Did you just want to show us your belt?
No, actually, yes, I am wearing an Hermes belt, but I put the H in the back. Like, it's not what it wasn't the vibe today.
You're not Billie Eilish on the toilet at that award show?
Your mind is a sponge. Like,
actually,
how do you remember that?
I remember it because I was going to wear an outfit today, and I was like, have I worn this on the toast recently? And so I scrolled on our Instagram to see if I wore it recently, and I did. And while I was scrolling, I saw a title called, "Hey, look at my belt." So your belt today reminded me of that. I'm gonna share my trade secrets on that one. I don't have the best memory ever.
Also, it's worth noting that yesterday's episode like might have been my favorite episode. I think I've watched the whole episode like 3 times. I was cackling so hard. We were both being just so funny. And when it came to sports now, of course, here I have to correct something.
Joe Burrow's injured. Brock Purdy is a rookie.
Like, seriously, you guys? Shut up. Like, we don't care. We know we're wrong. We're having fun.
But the thing is,
the thing is, like, for real, like, this show is for fun. So when you come in the comments with your fact-checking energy, like, fuck off. Go do that at, like, CNN, MSNBC. Like, not us. We're just having fun. Like, facts are just not important here. They're really not. Eat my ass.
No, they're really not. And I just want to say, like, there weren't corrections. Like, I wasn't saying Brock Purdy is underpaid because of his talent.
No, by the way,
like,
we didn't say Brock Purdy is not a rookie. Like, we know.
So he's underpaid
like
because he's early on in the league. But I will always cite this as precedent. There was a player on the Cowboys who, like, just woke up one day and decided he deserved to be paid more. I think it was
Stan. Know your worth.
I forget which player it was. It might have been like Ezekiel Elliott was his name. And Zach and I like would debate, like, should he get more money? Because he was a really good player, but like the Cowboys had gone nowhere. Like, wait your turn. And actually Jerry paid him more, and then he continued to stink, and they've still gone nowhere. Now he's like not even on the team. And so a few years later, I got to say to Zach, like, told you so.
Good thing you're not holding on to it.
No, because it really was just like, we really disagreed. He really thought that he should get paid more. And I really thought, like, you need to earn your stripes and finish out your contract. But in this situation, Brock Purdy has taken them to the conference championship now twice. Like, even before his contract is up, he deserves more money. I know he's a rookie.
Jackie, or a bonus.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. But in that situation, I just felt like the Cowboys hadn't done any. Yeah, maybe that one player was playing good, but, like, the team didn't go anywhere for him to, like, even if Brock was playing really good, but, like, you know, they didn't win this past game or whatever. No raise, no dice. But 2 conference championships in a row?
Jackie, Brock Purdy is the Jeremy Lin of the NFL. Are you familiar with Linsanity?
Yes.
For anyone
really
who's
tall?
No. Many years ago, the Knicks were, like, you know, having a bad season again, and, like, every single player was injured, that they literally put on in the last 5 minutes of a game a player who I don't even think was suited up. Like, his name was Jeremy Lin. He went to Harvard, and he was probably the lowest paid NBA player of all time, and I don't think he ever set foot on the court in an actual game. They got so desperate, they threw him on. In the last 5 minutes, this kid scored 1,000,000 points. That the next game, they started him. And they called it Linsanity. I think it was a series of like 10 games where the Knicks did not lose, all because of Jeremy Lin. Now, it eventually fizzled out, and he's like a decent player now, and he gets like good contracts on different teams. But the city was alive with Linsanity. Like, it really ushered in this like crazy wave of fandom. And you know what? He deserved a bonus for that.
Right?
Yeah. I think I read somewhere he was making like $200,000.
Yeah, but typically I'm like, you should finish out your contract. But I also think it's a case-by-case situation. If you're doing incredible, remarkable things, yeah, you should get a bonus.
A merit-based bonus? Who doesn't love that?
Yeah, based on like performance benchmarks.
Yes. And honestly, like, there are a lot of players, I think, on the 49ers who are paid very well, because a lot of the players there, this is what I was saying yesterday, have been on the team for like 5, 6, 7 years. And like, they've put in the work, and they, I think, have really good salaries. And, you know, looking around, it's not fair. I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, so those were the two. And Joe Burrow was injured. That's why they didn't go far.
Yeah, I just like the sports things. It's like either the people who comment on our sports commentary are girls who like watch sports before, and they definitely feel territorial, and they know more. And honestly, they're annoying as fuck. Or it's like men being like, I just lost 3 brain cells. And it's like, you didn't even have 3 to start with.
Our sports reel from yesterday like clearly reached people outside of the toast, which is what it's designed to do. And thank you.
On TikTok, when something like that happens, they say like, it reached the wrong side of TikTok.
No, it did. I wouldn't even say it reached the wrong side, because like, we're putting out content and we're hoping that people outside of Toasters will see it. That's the best case scenario. But some of those people are curmudgeons. And they bring their energy to the comment section. And you just have to learn to scroll past it.
They're like, oh, I guess anyone could have a podcast these days.
No, really? That's literally
not one that millions of people watch, ugly bitch.
No, but factually, yes, anyone can have a podcast. It's a beautiful medium that has democratized having a voice.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the beautiful part of the medium, is the democracy of it all.
That anybody can have one, and the cream will rise.
Yeah. Yeah. Love that, Jax.
So, yes, I called us the cream, or creme, as they say in France.
By the way, we are cream, you are curmudgeon. That's the new, like, I am rubber and you are glue.
We are cream, you are curmudge.
Are we cream or are we creme? We're really cream.
Well, it depends if we're feeling French, la.
It depends where we are.
Yeah. Which hemisphere?
We're constantly moving hemispheres.
Constantly.
Like, it's kind of hard to keep up with us. Oh, also, I saw something on Twitter that was like so not real, a baseless rumor that the NFL and Christian Juszczyk are apparently in talks to like be working together for merchandise.
I saw that you sent me a tweet from
like it was like an
fan
NFL
account.
Rumor mill.
I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Where there's smoke, hopefully there's fire. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. So now I think without further ado.
Yeah. Are we talking about the Oscar noms?
Are we talking about the Oscar noms? We are.
Okay.
Without further ado, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by Quince. Who doesn't love the good things in life? Even though we enjoy a little luxury, that doesn't mean we always want to be paying for it. Until we discovered Quince, our now go-to for luxury essentials at affordable prices. I just actually was watching this girl on TikTok do a Quince try-on haul, and it made me want to place another order because she had like a really cute sort of ivory silk skirt. It was very cute. So Quince offers a range of high-quality items at prices within reach. So they offer things like 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50, washable silk tops and dresses, organic cotton sweaters, 14-karat gold jewelry. The best part is that all the Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Because Quince partners directly with top factories, they are cutting out the cost of the middleman and passing the savings on to you. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, which we love. And at the end of the day, the Quince quality speaks for itself. I have many pieces now that have aged so well. They get better with time. I have cashmere sweaters. I've got great slacks. I really go to Quince for like the staples. Nothing there is insane looking. Like it's all good, basic, what do they call it? Capsule wardrobe pieces that you need to have in your wardrobe. You can wear them a million times a week, different ways, styling them. No one will know you're wearing the same pants. So give yourself the luxury that you deserve with Quince. Go to quince.com/toast for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/toast to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast. Today's episode, oh my God, excuse me. Not me burping in the Game Time ad.
Classic.
Twice. Today's episode is
they
brought to you
paid
by
extra for that.
By Game Time. You should not have to worry when to buy tickets for your next big event. Game Time is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you.
Did you say sports, Turdy?
I did. With killer last-minute deals, all-in pricing, views from your seats, and their best price guaranteed, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. So Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. They have all-in prices that show your total up front. You're going to know exactly what you're getting and that you're getting a great deal before you check out. You can buy tickets in seconds with literally just 2 taps. They have deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, even an hour after it starts. It's the place to find last-minute seats. And you can find exclusive flash deals for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. With zone deals, you'll pick the section and Game Time will pick the seats for big-time savings. And the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TOAST for $20 off your first purchase. That's code TOAST, T-O-A-S-T. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code TOAST, T-O-A-S-T, for $20 off. There's really nothing worse than buying a ticket, and by the time you get to checkout, it's almost double the price that it was when you first saw it. I like that Game Time, their pricing is all in. So what you see is what you're actually going to pay. Download Game Time today. It's last minute tickets. It's lowest prices. It's guaranteed.
Thank you, La.
You're welcome.
Our first story, the 2024 Oscar nominations are here. Barbie, Oppenheimer, all the movies among the nominees. So we'll talk about the nominees and we'll talk about the snubs. Sounds good?
Yeah, sure.
Best Picture, the big category. Everything's nominated here. American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest. By the way, it's worth mentioning that Oppenheimer is leading with nominations, 13 nominations, followed by that Emma Stone movie, Poor Things, which has 11. Wow. Killers of the Flower Moon has 10, even though Leo did not earn Best Actor nomination, even though his opposite, Lily Gladstone, got Best Actress, and Robert De Niro got Best Supporting. So it was nominated for everything except for him. And Barbie scored 8 nominations, even though Greta Gerwig didn't get Best Director, and Margot Robbie didn't get Best Actress.
I really can't talk about the Barbie movie because the nut jobs come out. But I just want to say I saw the movie, and I enjoyed my time at the theater. It's not an Oscar film, and so the fact that Ryan Gosling was nominated, like, I'm sorry, you're kidding me. Like, that's just not, it's not serious. And so, yes, I understand why people are mad, like, because Greta Gerwig not getting nominated and Margot Robbie not getting nominated. Like, if we're going to nominate someone from Barbie, like, it should be Greta Gerwig or Margot Robbie. It shouldn't be Ken. But I actually don't think the movie should be nominated, like, when I put it up against the other films.
Yeah. Didn't see it, so I can't say, but it seems to be a non-serious film that...
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, on its face, it's not serious. But there's a message, like, I know, like, I get it. But I just don't think it's of the caliber of an Oscar film. Because the Oscars have separated themselves from pretty much every other award show. They're very cinematic. They're very artsy. They're very fancy. They're very highbrow.
Yeah. Also, Barbie was
extremely
nominated...
commercial.
Barbie was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, so that is for Greta. So it's not like she was totally snubbed. Okay. And Margot Robbie's a producer, so if they win Best Picture, she is credited as a producer. So
her acting was actually, like, really excellent.
Yeah, but it's like you can't say Barbie was even snubbed because it has 10 nominations. So it's like, okay, so it didn't get all 12 in every category. Like, that's not a snubbing.
No, it's not. But, like, the 2 women responsible for it don't get nominated, but, like, Ryan does. And his
but the Oscars are, like, so...
His character was so stupid.
But I heard so many people that he was their favorite part of the movie.
Not me.
Not for you, but, like, that was the consensus. Like, Ken was so funny.
It?
That's like what I have distilled from everything I've seen and heard. Like, he was the highlight.
I thought Margot Robbie was funnier.
Interesting. America Ferrera got a Best Supporting Actress nomination.
Okay. Like, I really don't agree, but I really don't want to get into the whole Barbie thing. People become so unhinged.
Yeah. No, but I feel like most of these movies got nominated in every category. It's like, I don't know. I feel like Oscars also just want to, like, please everyone. They just don't want to be in trouble anymore.
No, that was like a lot of nominees that you just cited for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Then it used to be like 5.
What?
I feel like it used to be like 5 or 6. Now it sounds like 8.
No, this is 5, 10.
That is a lot.
Yeah. I guess it's like...
The more the merrier. We're all winners. We're all winners.
And then everyone can come to the award show, but still only one has to win. So what do you think will be the movie at the Oscars? Like, last year was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I think it'll be Oppenheimer.
I think so too. Based on nothing, just based on vibes.
Based on vibes. And based on vibes, like, the other movies that are, like, just as good are, like, giving Poor Things and Killers of the Flower Moon. But I'm sorry, commercial success, like, has to mean something. And the way people flock to the theaters to see Oppenheimer, the way it had such commercial success, like, that has to play a factor in over, like, an art film.
Yeah, while also being of the Oscars ilk. Like, I think for the Oscars Academy, like, they're like, great, these are the kind of movies that we like, and people liked it too. No brainer.
Yeah.
Yet somehow I'm sure they'll fumble the ball.
Yeah.
Now for Best Actress.
Also, I like how Maestro just, like, became a movie that gets nominated for all these awards when 4 people saw it.
No, Maestro was a movie that was made in order to get nominated. Bradley Cooper played this role so that he could be nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
It wasn't made, like, to be seen, and because I don't think anyone saw it.
No, and it's so crazy because, like, I'm the type of person who would see it.
No, and it's also so crazy because it's on Netflix. They couldn't make it easier.
Yeah, no, there's something going, like, the Maestro thing is weird.
Maestro feels like an art movie that you can only go and see if you go to the Angelica.
Sundance.
But it's on Netflix.
No, it's weird. And I feel like he's doing a lot promo-wise. Like, he brought his daughter to the thing, which he never does. And it was like, yeah, there was pictures, but, like, nobody saw it still. Nobody went to go to Netflix.
I don't know someone who's seen it. I haven't heard a review.
I haven't heard a whisper.
It's like an industry plan sort of movie that just gets made so that like these people can get their Oscar noms.
Maestro is an industry plant. Yes, it is.
Best Actress. Annette Bening, Naiad, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller, Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan, Maestro, Emma Stone, Poor Things. Who do you think?
Emma Stone.
Yeah. Best Actor. Bradley Cooper, Maestro, Coleman Domingo, Rustin, Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy.
Killian,
okay. Oppenheimer, Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction.
Bradley Cooper. No, I'm kidding. Said nobody ever. Killian.
Give it to Killian. Best Supporting Actress. First nomination for Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer. Danielle.
Oh, I'm so happy for her.
Yeah. Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple, America Ferrera, Barbie, Jodie Foster, Naiad, Davine Joy Randolph, The Holdovers.
I have no idea, but I love Danielle Brooks. She was my favorite in Orange is the New Black. I don't know. I didn't see any of these movies, and I didn't see like hype for any of these particular performances either.
America Ferrera you saw, and you hyped her up. Did you? Did you like her speech or you didn't?
You're trying to get me in trouble. But I did recall saying that like everybody was fingering themselves to her monologue. And I actually thought her monologue was giving like Pinterest board cringe millennial energy. Please spare me the comments about Barbie movie. Like, I don't care.
We need to hide the word Barbie from our comment section.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes. They're going to spell it with 2 E's. Barbie.
Be like a star for the A.
Yeah. They know. You shouldn't have said it, Jackie.
Sorry, La.
Then they wouldn't know.
We won't do it. Best Supporting Actor, Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling, Barbie, Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things.
Don't care. You know? Like, yeah. Don't care.
Yep. Best Director.
Actually, I feel like you don't have to keep going. Actually, are there any women directors in there?
I think there were 3.
Oh, wow.
Or it's like 3 women directors in the movies that were nominated for Movie of the Year. But actually, I guess I could look at these names. These are not of the ilk of women. Oh, wait, no. Justine Triet, Anatomy of a Fall. I think that's a woman.
So 1 out of 5?
Yeah. 1 out of 5.
So that's why Greta didn't get it. They're like, we check the box, girl. You're usually our box check. That's like, not that Greta Gerwig isn't deserving. That's not what I'm saying. That's why the Oscars do it. They like have to have 1. You know, God forbid they put 2.
Yeah.
I was not saying that Greta Gerwig only gets nominated to check a box. I was not saying that.
I think it depends on the movie.
No, she's super talented. Like in all of her movies, like make waves. Like Lady Bird, she was nominated for. They loved. Like she is worthy.
Little Women.
Right. Oh, you know what? You know the craziest thing about me?
That we are not Little Women.
That we are huge readers who grew up in a family of 4 sisters who love timepieces, and we have never read Little Women.
Or seen it, and it just came out.
No, well, it didn't just come out.
No, wait, they just did a new version. It's not like you have to go watch a movie from the 60s.
No, but I would rather watch an older one. Like, no offense. Like, My Little Women doesn't include Timothée Chalamet. Like,
I feel like I just want to read the book and, like, get the pure version.
I'm low-key mad, though, because I watch Friends, and they spoil it in Friends.
I feel like also that book we just read, Beautiful, for your book club, and Napolitano.
Yes, where they say, I'm a Joe.
Hello, Beautiful. Wait, so don't spoil anything.
No,
Hello,
Beautiful. I'm having like a Joe
because
day.
Whatever you're thinking, like, if I think about, I know Hello, Beautiful was kind of like, influenced a lot by Little Women. Like, I think the book itself and also the characters, and they also identify with Little Women. And I feel like if I think about it too hard, I'll figure out whatever the thing is about Little Women.
I won't say it, but yes, in the book, it was like this cute thing all the sisters did when they were having a bad day. They would say, I'm having a blank day. I forget what sister it was.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm having like a Jackie day, essentially, or whoever the equivalent was. Now, I just want to reiterate one more time. I do think Greta Gerwig is a good movie director. I feel like people are going to come for me that I said she checks a box. That's not what I was saying.
No, you said like, the Oscars like to check a box.
They do. And so they always like, oh, we're going to get in trouble if we don't give it to a woman. So they put Greta Gerwig. She is deserving. But they never put like more than one.
For sure. I think you've made yourself clear.
Okay.
And if anyone like still doesn't like believe you or understand you, that's on them.
Great.
You've made it clear. Then other interesting categories would just be Best Original Song.
Oh, yeah.
The Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot. I'm Just Ken from Barbie. It Never Went Away. American Symphony. Song for My People. Killers of the Flower Moon. What Was I Made For? Barbie.
Yeah, I don't know how they evaluate like song of the year when it comes to Oscars. Like, do they really care about how people, outside of the movie enjoyed it, like the Barbie song? Because that one became so popular. But maybe with their rigorous criteria for what qualifies as best song, maybe they think a different song was better for the movie, Like, is it more about the movie? Is it about success? Like,
I don't know, but does this mean that Ryan Gosling is singing at the Oscars?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. It's like a funny parody song. Is it Oscar worthy? That I don't know.
I don't know, but I feel like he wouldn't want to perform at the Oscars. Like, he's already...
No, he was in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, kids.
Oh, that's true.
What was that thing called?
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. No.
Yeah, no.
Mickey Mouse?
Mickey. What the hell?
Hold on. Brittany.
No, I want to come to it on my own.
It might have been Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Mickey's Kids, Mickey's House. It wasn't Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
The Mickey Mouse Club.
Mickey Mouse Club, yes.
Club.
So he definitely has, stage presence.
That's true.
By the way, something we didn't talk about, and, we're not the only ones, is that Justin Timberlake announced that he has a new song coming out. It's called Selfish. And, yeah.
Well, I conducted a fun experiment because I said to Claudia, we have to see what my husband thinks to see if Justin Timberlake still has any fans. So I recorded a video. I was like, by the way, babe. And I sent it to Claudia just like we were chuckling. I said, Justin Timberlake has new music coming out. And he said, oh, I'm excited. I said, oh, you still like him? He said, yeah, he's like one of my favorites. You know that. And I was like, oh, okay, so you're going to listen? He was like, yeah.
But did he know that he had new music coming out, or did you break the information to him?
I'll have to rewatch the video.
Because, if even a fan of his doesn't even know. No one cares. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but my husband isn't so plugged into the music scene like he once was.
It's true. He's a father of two.
Yeah, no, but he used to be, so into, new music, new albums, always. And now he just listens to, the music that he knows and loves. He doesn't, go into new music.
I so feel that, by the way.
Yeah, I feel myself doing that, too.
New music is exhausting.
Yeah. I feel like you get to an age in life, like all people do, where you have your music, you don't go out discovering new music, you listen to the classics.
Yeah. And that's when you were a kid in the car with your parents, they were listening to their classics, and now you are in the car with your kid.
And I'm like, please, can we listen to Luke Combs?
Right. In a few years, the kids are going to want to be listening to whatever's hot.
Lil Yachty, yeah.
No, I don't think it'll be Little Yachty in a few years. It'll be someone we don't know.
True. Someone who's 6 now.
Right. They're Hannah Montana.
Yeah. I just feel like some of those new artists right now, they'll be having their legendary era in a few years.
Perhaps.
Are you ready for our next story?
What number is it?
2.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sofia Vergara is talking about her split from Joe Manganiello, and she said that she didn't want to be an old mom, and that's really what it came down to. She said, my marriage broke up because my husband was younger. He wanted to have kids, and I didn't want to be an old mom. As a reminder, she is 51 and he is 47. She said, I feel it's not fair to the baby. She said, although she respects those who wish to welcome children later in life, the path is just not for her anymore. I had a son at 19 who is now 32, and I'm ready to be a grandmother, not a mother. I'm almost in menopause. It's the natural way of things. When my son becomes a dad, let him bring the baby to me for a while, and then I'll give it back to him and go on with my life. That's what I have to do.
I don't know if we knew that this was the case, but when we reported on their breakup, I think we said this. Either we knew it or we thought that maybe because he was younger, he wanted to have kids. So I feel like this is so weirdly healthy.
Yeah.
She's putting up her own boundaries. Having kids is not in the cards for her anymore. A, because of biology, but B, she's already a mom. That part of her life is over. But for him, it's if it's something that's really important to him, he shouldn't have to give that up either. So this is just a really sad scenario, because it wasn't there was love lost or cheating.
No, just people grow and change, and he grew into someone who wanted kids more and more. She also said that she thought the press was very respectful and nice of their breakup. She said, I thought they were going to invent more things, and how it usually is, but it wasn't bad.
Okay, good. And now it makes me happy that he has this, new girlfriend who's around his same age, and she's pregnant, right?
Is she
pregnant? Or did I make that up?
No, I think we were saying She will be.
They are knocking boots.
Yeah, I don't know if yet, because I think he needs to decide if, like, oh, is this the mother of his children?
Yeah. I mean, I am available.
And Sofia now wants to just date someone who already has kids, because I don't think she wants this to be an issue.
No, of course. This is so fair. And this is, how old is Joe Manganiello?
47.
It's like so crazy, like biologically, like even if they were the same exact age, 47, like it's still not really an option for Sofia. Like, and I'm sure she would feel the same way at 47 that she does at 51. It's only 4 years difference. Like, it's just so crazy, like the difference how a man can have a baby like whenever he just wants to, like Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, but also the fact that she already had a child and he didn't.
Yes, that plays a huge factor too.
Maybe because if when they got together, if she had never had a child, then earlier in their relationship they would have, and then they would have gotten older together.
True, but earlier in their relationship, what was she, 47?
No, they've been together. They were married 7 years.
Okay.
So she would have been in her early 40s.
8 and 9. Okay. No, she could have done it in her early 40s, yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like she's the type of person who's not into the idea of having kids at what society would say traditionally older age. That's not something she's like for.
Right. No. Because she said it's not fair to the baby.
Yeah, but also her perspective is just from somebody who had a baby at 19, who's really young.
Yeah, and someone who was did the newborn stage 30 years ago doesn't want to do it again.
No, relatable.
Yeah. Relatable. No, I think this all just makes sense and is sad, and I hope everyone's doing well and moving on.
It does make me really sad, actually. Like,
yeah.
I forget who I was just having this conversation with, but it was a friend of mine who's married and doesn't have children. And she was like, when we got married, we planned to have children. And then as years went on, we were both just like less and less into it. So they came to the conclusion together, which was like, oh, that's like kind of ideal. Like, not everyone gets that. This situation sucks.
It's the opposite.
It sucks.
Yeah, growing apart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for our next story?
Yes.
Kim Kardashian becomes the Balenciaga brand ambassador after their campaign scandal. So she's all in with Balenciaga again after reevaluating her relationship with the fashion house following its 2022 campaign scandal of inappropriate children posing with inappropriate objects. She is the new brand ambassador again. I could read the statement she put out that's like boring and crappy. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I just almost wish she never even left, because like this is to me more spineless than just sticking it out, like sticking with your contract. You could have hidden behind the contract. Like, this is just like, let me wait for it to die down. And it actually has not died down. I was really surprised to see, like, all over my TikTok and stuff, people really like being not even offended, but like kind of grossed out.
I don't think it's died down. It hasn't for me. Like, for me, Balenciaga will be forever marred by this. Also because there was no responsibility accepted. There were
no investigations.
No one was let loose from the company. Like, nothing changed. Like, this, they kind of said, yeah, we did that shit.
It's so true. There was no falling out.
Yeah. So that's like the people who were
was
involved
responsible for this freakery.
Right. They're still there and working. So it's still the same. Like, so no, nothing's changed. So nothing's changed for me. The last time I went shopping, the sale rack was all Balenciaga.
Yeah.
I don't see people wearing Balenciaga really in the day to day. I don't see people like when they're doing fits, like posing on their Instagram, Balenciaga.
Me neither. What are your thoughts on like just a lay person who like, saved up to buy a Balenciaga bag many years ago? Like,
wear that shit.
Bag?
Wear it.
Yeah, I agree.
If you own Balenciaga before all this, you should wear it, And, we can tell what's this season and what's if you have a Balenciaga city bag, yeah, you better fucking wear it. It's
That's
cute
what
and you
I'm
spent
talking
money
about.
on it.
Like, so many people, like, for years that bag was like the it bag. So many people like collected them and loved them.
Yeah,
and paid for them.
It's a great bag. Also, those mini bags with the bees on them like are really cute. And if you already owned one, you should wear it.
I do wish I had purchased one before the strike.
Yeah, but now they're on sale. Just about people wearing the city bag. So now they put out these campaign photos. They have a few new brand ambassadors. Nicola Ann Peltz is also one of them. Which to me is like less shocking than Kim, because I feel like she's trying to break into the fashion industry, and it's like, oh, here's a side door that no one wants to walk through. How about you?
No, I agree. Like I get why, although it is disappointing. This isn't a person who needs the work.
Yeah, but in the photos, the new campaign photos, they're all wearing the Balenciaga city bags in like a large size. And in Kim's photo, it's like in her closet, and all of the handbags on her shelf are Balenciaga bags. But it feels like they're bringing back the city bag. And I feel like they're trying to get in on what we're saying, which is like people will only wear vintage Balenciaga. So what's old is new again. And now it looks like we're part of the zeitgeist.
No, I saw that picture of Kim with the city bag. I was like, oh, I guess those bags are back. And they always like had the mini ones, but they were never like their main, like recently haven't been like their main shtick, which for so many years, I feel like that's how I was like introduced to the brand.
Yeah.
That Nicola Peltzing is a bummer. I'm not gonna lie, but I agree with you. Like I can wrap my head around the decision making more than I can Kim. Like Kim is a person with unlimited access, unlimited resources, unlimited respect. Honestly, she can get invited to any fashion show. Like she is the person she always wanted to be. Like this obsession with the fashion world that she's had for a while, ever since they like dissed her and wouldn't accept her until she was Kanye's wife, and the couch thing at the Met Gala. It's been a journey, and I totally understand. I think a lot of it is rooted in like insecurity and just wanting to prove people wrong. She talks about that all the time on the show, how like she cares what people think and she wants to change people's minds about her. I get it. But like at some point, and I also get being the type, and she gets dragged a lot for like being a person obsessed with success and money and accomplishments and like stomping on other people and other things to get there. And like, I don't necessarily think all the time that's a bad thing, honestly. Like I think that's sometimes like a good part of a work ethic. This is an example of like a person taking it so far and like kind of losing the plot.
Beyond, I have to believe that there is a reason why she would enter into another campaign with them when she could literally be the face of any brand at this point, and she's choosing this one. We need to know. Like she just needs to make it like, what is it? Just tell us. And it's not money.
We'll understand.
Like just tell us.
It can't be money. Like
it's not money, because any brand would pay her a ton of money, and she has a ton of money. Like it's not like she needs the money. So I don't think it's about money.
What is it?
It's something that we don't know.
I also think this just kind of further cements Kim really being in her flop era.
I thought she was emerging from it, because I thought
she was too.
Even for me, like there were things that were exciting me, and now I'm taken back to this place of like, what are you doing?
No, and now like with the Eras tour like winding down, not in the US anymore, like you really couldn't focus on, no other celebrity could be having a moment except for Taylor in the last like 8 months. But now that the Eras tour is going abroad and everyone's not every single week talking about 4 different Taylor Swift stories, you know, another Phoenix could rise. And so I agree. I also thought she was maybe coming out of the flop era, but this is really bad, like for real.
Yeah, and I think the show's coming back soon. Did we see a trailer for it? Or just in my dreams?
No, I don't think we did.
Well, Skin by Kim Beauty is coming back.
Right. She made like a bunch of waves recently, that TikTok, like she was doing good work, you know?
And this, we're back square one.
It's so strange, especially because she's such, I feel like she's not this the type, she's not an unprincipled person. And what do we know that is important to her? Her family, her faith. These are things that are incongruous with the crimes of Balenciaga.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, major flop.
Yeah.
But like she knew it would be, so why did she do it? I need to know.
Because there's something.
She's got her reasons. Just something like being held
against. She's being held against her will.
There's a blackmail. Kim, set yourself free. Whatever it is.
It can't be worse than this. Actually, it makes you think. It has to be worse than this.
I don't think it could be.
Huh. Okay.
Are you ready for our next story? This one's number 4.
No, I'm not. Thank you. I love that you've been doing that recently.
I know you get frazzled in a tizzy, and you kind of like lose like your
that's not what it is.
In the map of the show, you get lost in where we are.
No, I get so lost in your beautiful storytelling that I definitely like forget where I am. Me? And where I am is Drizzly, today's sponsor.
Or because she's drunk.
Is your January looking dry? Get some lotion, get a humidifier, and better yet, get Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. With Drizzly, you can compare prices across local stores to get the best price on a huge selection of drinks for dry January, every single time. Non-alcoholic wines? Have a look. Ready-made mocktails? Grab a straw and order them up. Beer without the alcohol? Yep, you can take your pick. You can find them all here in the app on your phone. That's literally in your hand. It could not be any more simpler. So shop for great deals on all your dry January beverages or other drinks and get them delivered to your door, or, whatever fort you've constructed out of blankets. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com. You must be 21 or older. It's not available in all locations. And don't forget to lotion up your elbows because they are looking a little dry. So that Drizzly app is spelled DRIZLY, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're doing dry January or not, you still deserve delicious drinks, even if it's dry January. So they have great canned mocktails, non-alcoholic beer. You can still party it up with Drizzly. If you're not doing dry January, you get the regular stuff too. Drizzly.com or DRIZLY app. App.
Thank you, La.
App.
Is that all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Our next story, Elon Musk makes a private visit to Auschwitz-Birkenau ahead of an anti-Semitism symposium that he spoke on. He brought his son X.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I know this is an important story, but how did you just pronounce Auschwitz?
Auschwitz?
You said Auschwitz.
Listen.
Not that it matters, but I feel like it's Auschwitz.
Auschwitz, fine. Auschwitz.
Oshry.
Anyways, Elon went to Auschwitz with X. What did I say this time?
Auschwitz.
Well, now I'm feeling self-conscious.
You were just giving Stalin. Wait, no, is Stalin German?
No.
I was getting confused.
You know who's German?
Hitler.
Yeah.
Heil.
Oh yeah, our mics.
Our mic brand and I'm sure this brand is not affiliated with the Holocaust or Hitler in any way, but the name is HEIL, which I feel like is a bad name for any company.
I actually don't have Heil because I stand against anti-Semitism.
Oh, is yours Road?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's Heil. And I can't see it without thinking, Heil!
Well, how could you?
No, also, Hitler has ruined a lot of things for me. Ovens, really, you can't think about, I can't open an oven without thinking about it, for real. He's ruined the word Heil, obviously, but he's also ruined the number 9.
9. He's also ruined the word mine.
He's ruined the word comp, for sure.
For sure, but that's not our word. That's his word.
He's ruined the color red. He's ruined a lot of things.
Yeah. He also
ruined the G-Wagon.
He ruined European Jewry.
Oh, of course. I mean, duh. I was trying to be
No,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did ruin that, for sure. But also the G-Wagon.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the story at hand because it's a beautiful one, if that's okay. La. Elon made a private visit to Auschwitz, which is a death camp, the biggest one from the Holocaust, where over 1 million Jews were murdered. He took his son, baby X, and he was part of an EJA, European Jewish Association delegation that went along with the US.
I guess that's UJA in Europe.
That's what I was thinking, EJA.
For sure.
I'm sure it's a wonderful organization, but they're not doing a good job because European Jews are constantly threatened.
In trouble. It's so true. But I do want to say, I feel a kind of regular part of Jewish life in America is when you turn about 18, you do one of these trips. There are many organizations. They're called March of the Living. We went with our school and you visit different camps. Auschwitz is probably the most popular one to visit. One, because it's the biggest, and 2, because it's really been made into a museum and they have tour guides and most of the buildings are still erect and it's so fucking freaky. And there's just probably the most records from that place because it was so big. And I feel it should be mandatory for everyone. There's an 18 you turn 18, you go to the army in some countries. You should go to a concentration camp in America.
Yeah, he spoke on this anti-Semitism symposium with Ben Shapiro, but he spoke about how, he still learned about the Holocaust, but it's very different, walking it and seeing it firsthand. He said that he's aspirationally Jewish because most of his friends are Jewish. He said 2/3 of his friends are Jewish, so he's Jewish by association. We're happy to have you, Elon.
That is so sweet.
And I think that this is real allyship.
Yeah, there's been a huge conversation. A lot of people are Claudia and Jackie, why are you guys always talking about Elon? He's an anti-Semite.
He's not an anti-Semite.
Wait. They had said he responded to this tweet. So I looked. He did respond to a tweet that was like a little, like, I wouldn't have said it that way.
No, and overly generalized and clumsy.
And so people were like, Elon, the fuck is up with this tweet? And he was like, oh, you know what? I reread it. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. I shouldn't have posted it. So yeah. So then so a lot of people were still calling him anti-Semitic, even though he reneged on what he said. So, okay. But then he did, take a trip to Israel, visit, where the biggest massacre since the Holocaust happened, visited all the kibbutz, met with families, has spoken so much about anti-Semitism. He just now went to Poland to visit Auschwitz. Like, could we stop now? Like, for real. He's obviously not an anti-Semite. Like, seriously.
No, they can't stop calling him an anti-Semite. You have to read past the headlines. They also like to cite that X, the formerly Twitter, has seen a rise in anti-Semitism. I mean, all social media has. Have you been on TikTok?
TikTok.
As we've stated already before, but I guess we have to say it again, like there's research and data that has come out of like the most anti-Semitic platforms. X is not number one. It's not number two.
No, and it's like so fabulous that everybody has all this energy for anti-Semitism, but I don't understand why it's solely when it relates to Elon Musk.
No, it's completely misguided.
Elon Musk has like made himself an enemy of the public because he's like a renegade and he says
not the public, of the media elite.
And he does things differently and he says and does what he wants. And it's like, I wish people had all this energy for anti-Semitism, like actual anti-Semitism, as they do for Elon. Because the Elon one, I looked into it as a Jew. I looked into it. I don't find this person who just visited Auschwitz-Birkenau to be anti-Semitic. I don't. So it's like, okay, but let's keep that energy up for the others.
No, like if you have all this energy for anti-Semitism, let me show you a few things you can channel it towards.
If you have all this energy for anti-Semitism, I've got a couple Instagram accounts that you should look through. Like it's so insane to me. Like it's like enough already, for real.
No, it's foolish, but the thing is people really fall for it because even today you'll see in comments people being like, Elon's an anti-Semite. And it's like, really?
No, and we need to like not overuse the word anti-Semite, because when I do really believe when like a lot of social movements happen, people get like a little, they start saying like, well, this is anti-Semitic and that's anti-Semitic. And sometimes it's not. And it
takes away.
I don't want the word to lose its meaning, which I think can happen in like social media advocacy.
But there's no lack of anti-Semitism for you to be speaking up against. So if you want to bring your energy and stand with the Jews, let's start with October 7th. How about that?
Yeah, I love that.
Anyway, someone who's at Auschwitz wearing a dog tag to bring the hostages home and a yarmulke and bringing his young son so he can also see what happened.
Like, stop. Like, don't be stupid. Like, for real. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, seriously, don't be stupid.
No, like, I understand. Like, maybe you read some things and you got convinced and, like, you were trapped. But, like, now let's look at the facts. You were wrong. I'll allow it. Let's move on.
Yeah, and I like to think of ourselves as, like, anti-Semitism watchdogs. You know?
We are the posting police. You should see this group chat we have. It's, like, 5 of us where we literally screenshot every single thing that's posted online that's even remotely like similar or could be connected to anti-Semitism, and we dissect that shit. Like, we know who's anti-Semitic and we know who's not. And we'll let you know. The group chat has officially decreed Elon Musk is not an anti-Semite.
Yeah, and we'll always let you know on the show when someone's doing something or not doing something. Someone's being accused of anti-Semitism, or they're using anti-Semitism to take someone down when it's not about further their cause. And the watchdogs. No, call off the dogs. Elon's not an anti-Semite. In fact, he's an ally.
I would agree. And perhaps one of the most powerful we have. So we really need to stop.
Yeah, not we. You.
You. Yeah, sorry. It's going to be me.
Are you ready for our 5th and final story?
Oh my God. Should I sing this song? It's kind of been a while. And I've been hearing cries for it. And I'm not just saying that so I can sing. I swear to God.
Sure. I'll never stop you from singing, La.
It didn't sound like you were like so excited for me to sing.
No, sure, because I'll never stop you from singing. When have I ever stopped you from singing?
Okay, so ask me again if I'm ready for the final story.
Are you ready for the 5th and final story, La?
The final story. The final story. Elon Musk is not anti-Semite.
That's funny.
But I know someone who is.
That's funny. Great minds.
Yeah, no, that's why we have to bring this song back. It sparks creativity.
It does. That's just like I Want My Dinner Now, which came because two Disney adults got married, and instead of paying for food and dinner, they paid for Mickey and Minnie to come. And now people are asking, like, do you understand why someone could do that?
Yeah, I Want My Dinner Now was such an OG inside toast joke that I actually didn't even remember what it was about until you just repeated it. But for anyone who's new here, we had reported on a story, I believe it was the fourth story, where these two Disney adults got married and they really wanted like the big characters, the caricatures, to make an appearance at their wedding, but their budget really didn't allot for it. So they decided to forego food and instead use that money for Mickey and Minnie to arrive at their wedding and like take pictures and interact with the guests. And people online were giving their thoughts, and I thought it was nuts. And I said, you know, if I was a guest, I want my dinner now. That's what I would say if I was a guest.
Now, me, I don't know.
Oh, so now that you've witnessed the magic,
I might starve for Mickey.
But they didn't want their guests to starve. They encouraged them, please eat before.
Kind of like best of both worlds.
Yeah, because like wedding food's never that good, so.
At least you got to meet Mick. There's something about the man.
For sure.
He's got something. He's got Riz.
He's got buddies. He's in magazines.
He's got more money than
any
Oh, yeah, and that's the
holidays.
other thing about Mickey. He's wealthy.
He's kind of like the Carlisle Cullen of his world. He's been around for so long. He's got stocks since the early 1900s.
Yeah, no, but he has parks, he has shows.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's making moves.
Licensing deals.
Like he owns ESPN.
Right.
Maybe he can give us our show. Claudia, that's who we need to suck up to.
Oh my God. He also owns like Desperate Housewives.
He's an amazing man.
Yeah.
Of course he's a little crazy. Who isn't?
Right. Show me a genius that isn't.
Our fifth and final story, Rihanna fangirls over Natalie Portman and vice versa at Paris Fashion Week. So at Paris Fashion Week, Rihanna and Natalie Portman ran into one another. Natalie Portman at first fangirls over Rihanna because like who wouldn't? But then Rihanna couldn't help but fangirl over Natalie herself ahead of the Christian Dior fashion show. So Rihanna gushed over Natalie just seconds after seeing her arrive at the Haute Couture show. She said, "You are one of the hottest bitches in Hollywood forever." And she added,
so nice.
I know. She added that she's a fan of hers. She said, "You do the most innocent look." And I'm like, ah. The compliment took Natalie aback as she revealed that she, in turn, was a huge fan of Rihanna. She told the singer that she might faint and black out after hearing the compliments.
That's actually really funny because when I first saw this, I was like, how in the world does Rihanna even know like Natalie Portman? But then like Natalie Portman like is obviously a classic actress, been around forever, but she's such a fashion it girly. She's the face of, I think,
Dior perfume.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, duh, moron. And she has been for a while. She's like a real fashion it girl. And of course, Rihanna's like so fashion-y and influential in the fashion world. So actually, I do believe that Rihanna like kind of stands.
But what's so crazy is Natalie Portman, one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, et cetera, et cetera. When she's standing next to Rihanna, who is just like an icon, period. Natalie Portman looks like she works for... like she's a stagehand. You know, she looks like a regular person who's there to walk Rihanna into the show.
There are certain people who have that effect, and there are also certain people who, like, no matter who they're talking to, the person is going to be freaking out. And Rihanna is one of those people. Beyonce is one of those people. Taylor Swift is one of those people. Like, even if Taylor Swift was talking to, like, you know, the president, like, anyone would, like, be on their knees. It's, like, really crazy. And Rihanna's one of those people, too. Because Natalie Portman is, like, A-list for the last 20 years. Like, she's really in an upper echelon of fame, and like even Rihanna, like she's dying.
But it makes you think, like as a celebrity, like even if you're A-list, there are people who will humble you, you know. And thankfully for like Natalie Portman, like Rihanna was just as excited to meet her, and like that was exciting, and excitement might excite them. But like you could think your front row Dior, like my shit don't stink, but then Rihanna walks in and it's like, oh, I'm not Rihanna.
All right, so who do you think is in that like top tier?
Rihanna, Beyonce, Taylor Swift.
Do you think there are any men?
For other men. Like David Beckham.
No, I don't think David, no.
The Rock?
Oh, okay. The Rock, like at one point, like Kobe Bryant was in that crew.
Okay.
But I guess
Tom Brady.
I take The Rock out.
I take The Rock out too. Tom Brady. Yeah, the GOAT. Yep.
LeBron.
Put
LeBron.
that finger up. Okay,
My
but you
finger's
have to
up.
add Tom Brady.
I did. He's 5.
Okay, then LeBron 6.
Yeah, LeBron. Because there are people who I feel like could have gotten to that success, and that's why I took out The Rock, or like I was gonna say A-Rod. But after, like, they're both so commercial and they do so much. It's like, honestly, I don't even know if I want to meet you. Like, it's like too much.
Yeah, these people are like
Yeah,
deity.
exactly. Like spiritual.
Yeah, there's more. Just
For sure.
I think 6 is a good place to leave
Sound
it.
off in the comments. Who do you think else do you think is in that upper echelon?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
That's our show.
And I enjoyed every minute of it.
Me as well.
That is our show. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast the Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast-sized stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, bitch, please feel free to like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where you listen to podcasts. Find us the Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, about how stunning, and how wickedly talented we are. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow for Hump Day. Bye.
Love ya. Bye.